Hi there. So one thing I get a lot on here is people say, I love your energy. I love your energy. And so I wore my sweatshirt on purpose that says, give the world good energy, because that's my purpose and that's who I am. But let me tell you something, because I think this is going to register with a lot of people who are spiritual healers, maybe a nurse, a teacher, or you're just like a more positive person. Especially people like me who meditate and do things. A lot of the people that were more low energy or negative in my life, when I started to be positive and I started to say, well, you can't talk that way, like you should say things differently because you're attracting it wrong, they're like, oh, as soon as I would get mad or I would show like an anger or a different side to me, it's, oh, you're supposed to be spiritual, Laura Lynn. Why are you getting all mad? Why? Because I'm a fucking human. Let's start there. Like, I have a brain and I can see that you're an asshole. So I'm going to tell you about it. See how that switched? Okay. You can like my energy and I cannot like yours. That's okay. We don't all match. The difference is the purpose of like sending out good energy instead of anger, hate, and fear is when you're going to get angry about something, don't send the anger energy to the person who's hurting others. Like these ICE agents or these Epstein file people, these poor victims. Don't send the anger to who's hurting. Send anger out of love for the person that's being hurt. Put your defenses in the background of love because you're upset because you care. Okay? That's the difference between them and us, is you're not getting upset because you don't like the way that someone looks or the color of their skin or the accent they have or their partner that they choose to be romantic with. That's a hate and anger that's just bitter and needs to be retaught and relearned. When you're a positive person, you don't have to feel guilty about getting pissed off when people are being mistreated. And you don't have to stay love and light all the time. So that's why I'm making this video, because I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of stuff going on that I always want to give the world positive energy. I always want to say, I want these leaders to be different. I want these people to be different. I want everyone to have better energy. And that's why I try to send it that way, so that if you are one of those miserable sons of bitches, maybe you find me and you're like, hey, I kind of like her. And listen, I went through a lot of pain to get this happy. But that's why I don't like seeing people be miserable, because I've been there and I know how it feels. Trying not to. I don't know why we fan ourselves. I do that every time. Woo. The hardest people to love are the ones who need it even more. But that doesn't mean that you have to send a lot of love and light to somebody who's hurting a child, who's killing somebody, who's spraying someone with mace at point blank range. That's a pastor. Throwing gas bombs into cars with babies. No, you don't got to send them love and light. You can be angry and you can speak your truth because you're doing it from a place of love. You're doing it because you're standing up for the people who can't stand up for themselves. And that is what makes you a beautiful, spiritual person of love and light. So don't ever let anyone bring you down for how you feel or for being a spiritual, loving person, but also knowing when to tell people to F the straight off, straight up. Just get out of here. Okay. Oh, wow. I didn't mean to get emotional, but it's real. We got some stuff going on. And I'm not just going to sit here and be quiet and just say, oh, spread love and light and wish for people to be better and wish for days to be better, because nothing's going to get done with that. Nothing's going to get done with that. We can fight back, and we're going to fight back from a place of love. And you can be angry because you care, not because you hate somebody for who they are. That's the difference between them and us. So keep fighting the good fight, but make sure you bring it out of a good place within you so that hate in your heart doesn't consume you too. Okay? Chins up, everybody. We've got this. Sending love and light.